Emiliano Martínez is easily one of the best goalkeepers in the world. He's won the Yashin Trophy and the Best FIFA Men's Goalkeeper of the Year award more times than any other goalkeeper. He's won the FIFA World Cup Golden Glove, Premier League Save of the Season award, and hear this, no goalkeeper in history has won more Copa América Golden Gloves than him. Argentinians will tell you that he changed the history of the national team. Before him, they always struggled on the biggest of stages, losing multiple finals in major tournaments. But Dibu came along and they went on to dominate South America and the world, winning the Copa América in 2021, Finalissima in 2022, World Cup in 2022, and the Copa América again in 2024. And his success was not only at international level, he also massively elevated Aston Villa. In his first season, he equaled the club's record for most clean sheets in a single Premier League season. He was so good that he was named the club's player of the season that year. He would then go on to break the record for most clean sheets in a goalie's first 100 games for Aston Villa and help the club secure Champions League football for the first time in 41 years. In the 2024-25 Champions League season, he kept 5 clean sheets, including in games against giants like Bayern Munich and Juventus, and helped Villa secure a top 8 league finish and get all the way to the quarter-finals. With a CV this rich, one would expect that clubs would be lining up for him the moment he made himself available. But that wasn't the case at all this summer. The question now is why? We'll break it down in this video today. This is the real reason why nobody wants Emi Martínez. After Aston Villa's last home game of the 24-25 season, in which Martínez kept a clean sheet against Spurs, he was seen doing what seemed like a lap of honour around Villa Park, waving to the crowd with tears in his eyes. The message was clear. He was set to leave the club. He then went on to get a red card in the final game of the season against Man United, and everyone said that he would never play another game for Aston Villa again. Well, fast forward to the new season and Dibu was still there. He missed the first game of the season due to the red card suspension, but he was back in the starting lineup for the second game against Brentford. But with the transfer window still open, a lot could still happen, so the matter wasn't closed yet. He was left out of the squad for Villa's third game against Crystal Palace after he informed the club that he wanted to leave and join Manchester United. But the Red Devils decided instead to go for a 23-year-old from the Belgian league on transfer deadline day. So, after a long summer with so much speculation and despite his teary farewell last season, Martínez has ended up staying at Aston Villa for the 25-26 campaign. Why? First of all, let's face it, he is not a young man. Yes, he's a top keeper, but he's 33 years old. There's not a very long future there. This is the kind of goalkeeper you sign as a short-term fix and not as a long-term investment. And that's probably why the likes of Barcelona and PSG didn't even consider him, even though they changed keepers this summer. Instead, they thought it much easier to go for the younger options who were already familiar with the league. Meanwhile, other big clubs like Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, Arsenal and Liverpool are still very comfortable with their goalkeepers. So those who brought in new goalkeepers this summer, Arsenal and Liverpool, only signed backup options. And hey, nobody is going to buy Martínez and keep him on the bench. It's also important to state that the Argentine shot-stopper didn't fancy going to the Turkish League or Saudi Arabia. There were approaches from Galatasaray and some clubs in Saudi, but he didn't really entertain them. He didn't want them. But unfortunately for him, the clubs he wanted just didn't want him. And you know what's super interesting? This summer, the two big Manchester clubs looked outside the Premier League and brought in 2 keepers who have a lot in common with Martínez. They could easily have signed a man who was Premier League proven and has played on the biggest of stages, but they decided it wasn't worth it. Yes, age was a big factor, but that surely wasn't the only reason. We'll talk about the other reason in a second, but if you aren't yet subscribed to the channel, go do that right now so that you never miss out on our amazing content. done? Okay, now this is not something fans of Emi Martinez would not love to hear, but the truth is that he's not a very reliable goalkeeper. The man seems to have a reputation that is better than he actually is. And this is not just us saying this is the story the numbers tell us. Yes, he's a beast when it comes to penalties, and he's a keeper who can always produce a really big moment every now and then, which are great qualities for knockout tournaments, but over the course of a league campaign, you start to see some cracks. Last season, he averaged 2.7 saves per 90, which put him as low as the 29th percentile when compared to other goalkeepers. His save ratio was also at 67.9%, which, believe it or not, was lower than what Onana managed, 68.9%. So basically, he's actually not as great at making saves as you might think he is. On top of that, he's very error-prone. Last season, he made 5 errors leading to shots, the second most by a goalkeeper in the Premier League. Before you ask, yes, that was more than Onana managed. And it wasn't just an issue of one bad season. Since the start of the 23-24 season, Martinez has made 6 errors leading to shots in the Premier League. Onana, on the other hand, has made just 2. Makes you think, doesn't it? This is exactly why we said that he seems to have a reputation that is better than he actually is. Essentially, you don't know what version of Emi Martinez you're going to get per game. On some days, he'll be exceptional, and then on others, he'll look like a novice. That's probably why big clubs decided to stay away. And you might say that Donnarumma is exactly like this too, but perhaps being in the same league, City have gotten to watch Martinez more closely over the years, and the flaws look much more obvious to them compared to Donnarumma, who was far away in France. And once again, the age thing. Donnarumma is 7 years younger with very identical qualities. That certainly was a huge factor. Now, another big reason not many fans have considered is wages. Last season, Dibu was the highest paid goalkeeper in the Premier League with a weekly wage of £150,000. That's the same thing Liverpool pay Alisson. Anyone who wanted to sign him would have had to raise that number to around 200k per week. Sure, that's not a problem for City, but United definitely didn't fancy paying that much to a 33-year-old goalkeeper, so they opted for a younger, less expensive option. Speaking of less expensive, United actually did try to sign Martinez on loan this summer, but Aston Villa said no to that. If they were going to lose their star man, they wanted some real money for him, and reports said that they were demanding a fee of around £40 million. So, despite United having agreed personal terms with the goalie in August, they never sent an official bid to Aston Villa because they felt that the price was just too high for a player of that age. And well, they ended up paying just around £18 million for a younger keeper with a much lower salary. Finally, let's face it, Emi's attitude might have been a problem for some of these big clubs. It's not news that the Argentine has a larger-than-life personality, and not everyone wants the drama and media attention that comes with his shithousery and notoriety, so they decided just to steer clear. Maybe they'll end up leaving in January if a big club sees their goalkeeper sustain a major injury or has a really bad first half of the season. Or he could remain at Villa for one more season and then go to Saudi Arabia after the World Cup. Who knows? But as for the just concluded summer transfer window, it really did feel like nobody wanted him at all. But what are your thoughts on this? Are there more reasons why nobody wanted Emi Martinez? Do you think that he could leave Villa in January? Tell us what you think in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Also, turn on the bell notification so that you never miss out on new content. We'll catch you in the next one. Bye. Do you want to make money with affiliate marketing? Join the Goal90 Shop affiliate program and start earning today. Get your unique affiliate link and exclusive discount coupon to share with your audience. Every sale made through your link earns you a 10% commission. No limits, just real earnings. Don't miss out. Turn your influence into income now. Well, you've asked for it and we've finally delivered. Relive the glory days with the most iconic designs in football history. Whether you're a fan of classic club colours or legendary international strips, we've got something to ignite your nostalgia. Perfect for match days, casual wear or adding to your collection. Shop the new retro range now at goal90.shop. Massive discounts await.